So
How
we were there.
long,
That was
how long were you at the hotel?
like, I was there, I think a couple days. I think Shauna was there longer than I was there. I think she was there like almost a week.
Wow.
I was there a couple days, but I think she was there. I think I was just there like the weekend. Because did we come on a Tuesday or was it like a Monday?
Oh my
Because I
God, we
know,
were in that house for a couple weeks already. We don't know what day of the week it
I
was.
know.
yeah. Well, you guys were already there a week, right?
At least, because we were in the, I mean, me personally, the dads, we were in the hotel for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then we had already been at the house more than a week when you guys showed up. So it's hard to tell from the episodes, but when you
Yeah.
guys showed up,
Um,
I think we'd been there about 10 or 11 days at the Manor. So we'd already been in Canada about 2 weeks.
yeah.
Wow.
I I know that yeah, so I know Sean was there longer than I was, but we met in the hotel. Um and then we like bonded right away. So it was like we were like
Sweet.
besties right away.
That's so
Hey, let me
sweet.
just put this out to everyone. We're going to spend the last like 10 minutes or so answering any questions. So that little
Yeah.
question
Ethan.
mark down near the bottom, if you press that, you can ask questions and then we'll go through them
Okay.
To
in a little bit.
Rebecca.
Yeah, to
Ask
Rebecca.
Rebecca anything. Ask
Are you
Rebecca
from
Or
anything.
are
or
you
us.
from
You don't need to ask questions there,
or
Rebecca. That's
Yes.
just for the audience.
oh,
Yes.
do I
You
read
get to
it or
just talk. You get to just talk. Well, yeah, we'll have you read questions in a little bit after we're done grilling you.
okay.
Yeah, for sure. So, Rebecca,
Yeah.
what do you think of last night's episode? Now that you had a chance to like settle down, relive those moments, what are your feelings for that episode last night?
Um I it was a lot going on. It was I mean I basically was stirring some things up there. So, like I felt I the sad part is I didn't really know the extent of Lynette and Anthony, to be honest with you, because I was there and kind of just like, thrown in within like 24 hours. We're already like, going on our first date. Like, and then they asked us to go on the date, Anthony and Joey. So everything happened so fast, and then, so I didn't really know that part. I felt really bad about. I knew, I, I don't know. I'm like everything happened so fast. So, yeah, it was it was a little crazy. It was a little crazy how everything happened.
Now,
But
watching it, because I mean, I know for me, watching it, you see so much that either you don't remember or you just didn't
Mm-hmm.
see while we were there. So,
Mm-hmm.
watching the last couple episodes since you showed up, I mean, was there any kind of surprises where, like, I said that, I did that, um, or anything like that?
oh no, yeah, I like the whole thing. The one that I was really surprised about was how they kind of the way they made it look that I was in that room with Anthony and Lynette saw us in
Yeah.
that room. But actually, David was in there too. Because he would use the closet. So I felt like that part was very, it looked like I was on the bed and I was like, talking about how we're going to stay in there. But it wasn't anything like that. It was just Anthony was like, we all happened to be in there. And Anthony was like, oh, you gotta feel this bed. It's so comfortable. Just like lay on it. And he was like, kind of like, like pushing me to lay on the bed, like not to do anything, just to like, just, you gotta feel this bed. So I felt like that was a little, they made that look worse than it really was.
The magic of editing,
That
yes.
was a little uncomfortable seeing that part because I'm like that they made that so like they made it look worse than it really was. So that
Yeah.
part I was really surprised. Yeah.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
how do you feel when you saw the uproar, the chaos that was caused by how Lynette took it? How did you feel when you found out sweet and beautiful Lynette chose to leave?
I mean, like I said, I really didn't know their whole relationship as far as like that it was like a serious thing or they were like, because I mean, even Anthony didn't really tell me exactly that they were like a couple and, he was hands off or, you know what I mean? He just didn't really like, he just thought like, we're still trying to find, we're still talking to other people in the house. We're kind of all trying to find a connection. Like, so he really didn't like, tell me exactly. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe he wasn't on the same page as Lynette. I don't know, but I just felt like I didn't really know the whole relationship with those two. I knew that they like had like something, and I noticed it more when we played the game. I could tell they were sitting next to each other. They were, then I could kind of tell. But at this point, I'd already been like sitting with Connor, so I kind of was just like hanging out with him, and then Anthony and Lynette were across the table from us. So I kind of like that night realized that those two something with them. But I really didn't know that like when we went on our painting date. I didn't really know too much about that relationship at all.
Yeah.
So it was all new to me. Like I said, everything happened so fast. And the girls that got there before I did, I felt like you two, like you guys were there already ahead of us. So you already like, you went through all that. Like, you met the different guys or whether it was the sons or the fathers and you got to like make some connections where what were we supposed to do when we got there? Just like say who's with who and then just sit around and look at everybody. You know what I mean? So it was
No,
like,
I agree with you. I had an advantage because I was always up early, and so then you and Shauna would come down early, and so I think I had an advantage because I got a little bit of insight
actually,
into what.
yeah, I think I would come down early when you were already up. Like we would talk.
Yeah,
Remember, like down and I would be up early too because I'm an early person anyways. I'd go and want to work out, so I was always looking for like who's gonna go work out.
yeah.
Have
So
my
no, I always got some kind of insight because we were able to
yeah.
chat, and I think we were able to say, okay, here's